2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. The Timberwolves have been staying very focused in this last stretch. They are really playing at a high level right now, going 8-1 over the last 9 games. Andrew Wiggins making strides in his game last season, scoring from all over the floor now, and more importantly, scoring with efficiency. What was the change you saw, Shaq, in his approach?
Well, I like this kid. He's, Ernie, really a quiet assassin. The three-point shot was clicking for him. Much more space to operate with an outside game. This kid can do it all. Oh, Canada, you better stand on guard for he.
Oh, I like that.
How come nobody's ever described as a noisy assassin?
Good point, Ernie.
Anyway, back to Andrew Wiggins.
Well, does a good job of drawing fouls as well, getting to the free throw line.
You know what?
Quietly gets to the free throw line.
You know what we also did?
What's
Anytime
that?
you get the guy to start the music early, you know you've done your job.
There it is.
Let's send it to Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Our national anthem performer, Linda Lind, and we're getting ready to go. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The Timberwolves again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
Well, they'll meet twice this season. Tonight, the first matchup, so hard to know exactly what to expect.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Kevin, LeBron James does not mind being a vocal leader. He said conflict was just part of the game for me growing up. I played outdoors, and if you didn't win, you might not play again for the rest of the day. Now I'm the leader of this team, and I expect nothing less than greatness out of all of us. I'm going to hold everyone accountable, including myself. Kevin?
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. Hey, Brent, 2 monster defensive teams tonight, premier stoppers on both sides. You're a former scorer. You like a game like this. What do you have to do to get your points, the challenge of scoring?
You know, some of the great scorers in our league, Kevin, do a great job of realizing when a team has put itself in a team foul situation where they can get to the free throw line. So as that happens, great scorers might put more pressure on the defense to force foul calling. Then you go and get some of those freebies. That can loosen up a few things, especially if your defensive stopper suffers through some foul trouble.
And it's always great as a scorer, isn't it, to figure out how you're going to attack them, even though maybe an initial roadblock or slowing you down. But you get so much more out of it when you think around the problem and figure it out and get that angle you want.
And how about as a scorer sometimes, Kevin, putting that aside and playing the game within the game and helping your teammates, maybe getting a few more open looks as the attention is drawn to you. Maybe you do your damage a little more subtly, and that's with ball movement, setting up your teammates.
Great point. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Smith is out there with George Hill. And it's Thompson in at the center position. Now here's Gibson, following the miss by Kevin Love. Here's Towns. No good on that one. And Cleveland the other way now. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity. everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
Cavaliers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. It's a pick by Love. Hill kicks to Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
I'm not sure if it's a bad start or unlucky here. 0 for 4. Can't think too much about it. Just got to get that first one to go.
Teague, and the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Now here's Teague. He had 13 points in the win against New Orleans. Outside Butler. Gibson dishes to Butler. That shot no good. Smith with the defensive effort.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Towns. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New Orleans.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, 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 not today.
So it's the Cavaliers now. After the basket by Minnesota. James, the pass to Love. Again, Love missing.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
T kicks to Gibson. A 3-pointer. Wiggins. And that's collected by Love. Cavaliers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Smith dishes to Hill. The screen from Thompson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Thompson. He's averaging 8 points, 14 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
Yeah, over this whole last stretch of games, he's been shutting down the lane with total authority. Impressive stuff.
Now here's Wiggins. Coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans.
You have to respect that perimeter shot of Butler. He continues to improve from there year after year.
Love with the screen for LeBron. Over Wiggins. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
No good from Gibson.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
LeBron passes to Hill. The screen from Thompson. Smith outside. Feeds it to Love. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hill. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low, but as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
Teague drives in, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Have to admire how relentless Teague is on the drive, as well as how consistent he is at burying those looks.
That's a pick by Love. Hill with it. Picked up by Teague. Love kicks to LeBron, and the basket is good.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive, and right now stringing some plays together.
Teague dishes to Wiggins. Kicks it to Butler. Back to Wiggins from the arc. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Teague. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. To the paint, here's Gibson. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Good job by Taj using his muscle on that shot, even when you rough him up.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
Bielitsa, he checks in for Minnesota. Rose comes in for Jeff Teague. Hey, Brent, the season about halfway through. Some teams really starting to sag. How bad do you have to be at this point to start thinking about rebuilding going into next year?
Well, I don't know. It's a bit tenuous, Kevin. Do you start talking about rebuilding or just giving guys on your roster now an opportunity to experience some NBA play, giving them high-level competition? You know, some of the players may be going to Summer League. They want to have a bit of confidence going to Vegas or to Orlando to expand their game. So maybe not so much about a rebuild as it is about gaining experience at the close of this season.
Now here is Hill after the miss from Karl Anthony Towns, and the basket by Hill.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Now here's Rose. 11 points last game. Towns the screen. Butler against Smith. And there it is for him. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. The duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
And Greg, the core of this Timberwolves team is Wiggins and Towns. And, you know, rarely do you get to see two #1 overall picks team up early in their careers.
And how about back-to-back years, no less. But I consider Jimmy Butler kind of a foundational piece as well. He's in the conversation for the best shooting guard in our league.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Now here's Crawford. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Clarkson up top. He's covered by Rose. Clarkson passes to Korver. Here's Zizic. Pass to Clarkson. Nance sets a screen for Clarkson. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Clarkson's got his first bucket in this one.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
There's a screen. Pass to Patton. And no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. Clarkson kicks to Nance. Shot left block. The second effort. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Can't connect from short range. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And he can't bank that one in. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And the pass to Korver. Here's Zizic, guarded by Crawford. Here's Korver. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the Cavs' big three completed with the trade of #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years, and Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Well, Kyle Korver at the line is lights out. And if there's guys on the floor you don't want to foul, Kyle Korver would be the one.
And it's tied up with that one.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
Now here's Jang, looking for his first basket still in this one. Back to Bielitsa. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And that's the role they want for Rose, getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Nance, no good on the free throw. We've seen the shift in offensive strategy. Brent, more threes, more spacing, better flow, opening up driving lanes and opportunities to make at least one quick move to the basket. What have defenses been doing on the other side trying to counteract those trends?
I think the biggest trend that you see, Kevin, is the switching defenses. So many rosters now constructed of guys who have the ability to get off of a screen and to pick up a perimeter player. And that's not for 24 seconds, but 5 or 6 seconds being able to contain dribble penetration and challenge deep threes. So the switching aspect of NBA defense, that is a trend.
And Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rose against Clarkson. Here's Hood. No good. And Minnesota will come the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And boy, how they were able to come back in the fourth quarter of that game. Being down as much as they were made it a really special win.
Now here's Korver following the miss by Derrick Rose. Clarkson doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Rose.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
And the Cavaliers with possession here after the miss from Crawford. And the layup falls. And now a 4-point Cavalier lead.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Dieng, a screen. Crawford kicks to Dieng. Outside Rose, 6 on the shot clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And it's really all about the evolution of Derrick Rose, finding out how to be more effective at this stage of his career. And, you know, I think he's done a good job of not relying on his outside shot as much. Still can attack and get to the rim, and it's starting to lead to better results.
First free throw is good. For Rose, the outside shot was something that never really recovered after his injuries, Greg, but he is still a dangerous scorer without that tool.
One of the better finishers still at the rim in the league in terms of guards. His decision to go inside more helped bump that field goal percentage up last season. Not everyone can adjust their game, but Rose managed to do it seamlessly.
Both free throws good from Rose.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
And here's Clarkson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Nance a screen. Hood kicks to Clarkson. Rebound, Minnesota. Jang's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Yeah, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And Nance kicks to Corver. There's a screen. Passes it to Clarkson. They get it back, and the rejection by Jang. And they're able to recover. It's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside Rose. That one, no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to a title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table. And, we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
Well, when someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
No doubt about that. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, that's a quick way to build the lead. But, Greg, can they sustain this kind of effort all night long? We'll see.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. Rodney Hood out there with Nance. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Zizic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
One shot.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Brent, when you were playing in Seattle, those were the best assist years, statistically, of your career. What led you to become such a catalyst for that offense?
Well, it was interesting just as I finally got an opportunity to start to play with the basketball as a 2-guard a little bit more in Seattle, trying to play a little bit more up-tempo. And again, I'll mention opportunities because of Gary Payton getting double-teamed. It opened up situations for me, Kevin, where I could be a bit more creative as the off-guard.
And you love that, didn't you?
I love playing that way. I wish I had more years of doing that, kind of the run-and-gun style that Phoenix employed for most of the mid-2000s with that 7 seconds or less. I could have been agreeable with that.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Nance dishes to Clarkson. Out to Hood. It's deflected. Crawford outside. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Wiggins comes in for Bielitsa, and it's Teagan for Derrick Rose. Crawford outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And you can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Patton. Then for the Cavaliers, Thompson comes in for Zizic, and James subbed in for Kyle Korver. Now here's Crawford. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Back to Crawford. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Crawford's got his second basket of the game. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's LeBron, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns.
And LeBron enjoys fooling the D right there, tricked them, got them in the air, and then gets himself to the free throw line.
And LeBron James has openly stated very publicly, especially last year in the finals, he is chasing Michael Jordan. He wants to be the best ever.
And at this point, he might be top 2. Jordan with 6 titles. Hard to see LeBron surpassing that. But just to be in the conversation with the GOAT is an achievement in and of itself.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, still, Kevin, sitting here courtside with you in that fine suit, it gets me excited that I have another chance to watch one of the greatest players to play in the NBA. LeBron James continues to dominate.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gorgui Dieng, and it's Butler in for Jamal Crawford. Both shots good from the stripe.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick, and if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
Cavaliers leading. Wiggins with the block, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. He dishes it to Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got his first points of the game. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
4 on the shot clock.
You saw that.
And I'm just loving how Butler looks for his teammates. If you're open, he'll find you.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Now here is Hill. He had 13 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. And he even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. And here is Butler after LeBron James hitting the 3. Puts it up from 12. LeBron grabs the miss.
Got to make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. The defense was just okay.
Cleveland leading by 4. Down low, Thompson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside. Most of his shots coming around the rim.
Now here's Teague. Well, they're passing to Wiggins. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And Hill has it in the corner. James against Wiggins. LeBron kicks to Thompson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on LeBron James.
And still varying opinions out there of what Andrew Wiggins can and can't do. But one thing that's indisputable, he's an incredible scorer. Whether it's half-court transition, he can flat out fill it up in a hurry.
Free throw good. Wiggins. And Wiggins, his young career just getting better and better at scoring, Greg, while increasing his workload.
Yeah, and very few scorers can do that, especially from that two-guard spot. Wiggins has that special talent where he can flat out carry an offense. Scary to think that this is a kid who is just scratching the surface.
And both free throws good for Wiggins.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Here's Smith. He can't get it to go. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves trail by 4. Teague dishes to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. No good from Gibson.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Fires from 14. Smith missing again.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
Gibson passes to Towns on the money from 12 feet away. Towns has got his second bucket of the night. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. LeBron is screen on Wiggins. Hill kicks to Thompson. Pick up by Hill. Smith for 3. Again, the miss by Smith. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The kick outside to Butler. Drills the three-pointer. Butler's got 8 points.
And you got to love seeing Butler pull up from here. His jumper is a big part of his offensive game.
Hill dishes to James. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Brent, over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
Here's LeBron after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Love with the screen on Wiggins. The 3 from Hill. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 9 points for Hill. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now, here's Butler. 8 points for him. Wiggins outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Minnesota shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First one falls for him. And Greg, you wouldn't expect it from a Coach Thibodeau team, but defense was an issue for the Timberwolves last year.
And the Wolves brought in Butler to help with offense, but more importantly, his defense. And Butler, familiar with what Thibs likes to do on both ends of the floor, has the leadership the team needs, particularly on the defensive end.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Hill passes to James. And he banks in the layup. James has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, LeBron down there amongst the trees, carving out a little space and getting the 2.
Left side Rose. Here's Butler. And he can't bank that one in. LeBron drives in, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, there's no stopping LeBron right there. He's done that thousands of times. Kevin Love's such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
Bielitsa, he checks in for the Timberwolves. And then for Cleveland, Zizic is checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Korver in for Smith. And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin. Then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
The drive by Hill looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Butler. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Here's Hill. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Now Korver. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Clock at 4. Here's LeBron. Misses off the left iron.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
And it's Wiggins missing.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Outside for Korver. Pick up by Hill. James against Wiggins. From 17 feet out. Another miss by LeBron.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
And it's Rose penetrating. Basket good. Now it's just a 3-point Cleveland lead.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
It's a pick by Love. There's a screen. The dish to LeBron. Over Wiggins. And the jumper from down low is good. 16 points for LeBron.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Now here's Wiggins. He has 6. Rose in the post. Hill's there. And Bielitsa kicks to Wiggins. And the rejection by Love. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's Crawford with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Crawford's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, great when Jamal Crawford shakes loose an effortless jumper there. Not bashful at taking and making outside shots.
Now here's Clarkson. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the 3-point line.
Here's Patton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Jang a screen. Rose passes to Bielitsa. The Timberwolves get it back in a new 24. The dunk with the foul on top of it. So strong.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
And that one misses. And you look at the Cavs coach, Tyronn Lue. Brent, what stands out to you?
Well, he's got confidence. I would tell you, Kevin, I'd have confidence too if that number 23 was suiting up for me every night. But he demands accountability. He demands a respect for the game. And this team has had a tremendous run in the early stages of Ty Lue's coaching career.
Offensive rebound. Jang, the pass to Patton. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Bielitsa. Clarkson with the ball. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Nance outside. Cleveland gets it back. The shot's good from Zizic.
Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
There's Crawford with the three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
I like how focused Jamal is out there. Nothing bothering him, rising up to shoot and scoring again.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Kyle, tough time getting shots to fall in the first half. How do you get back on track offensively?
Oh, we just got to keep on moving, keep on playing with the pass. And we got good energy. We're just not really making any shots. So we're playing pretty good defense. We just got to knock down some shots.
Well, we'll see if we can get it done in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. The Timberwolves trail. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Wiggins. Good D by Love.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
Here's Butler. Kicks it out to Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
The screen from Thompson. Hill kicks to Smith. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Tristan not worrying in the least about the defense that time, just powering through. And Tristan Thompson, more of a center's game in a 6'9" frame, especially with the way small ball has gone. He has the ability to hold his own down on the inside. That combination of long arms, strength, the quick jumping, and the willpower to dominate, that's put Tristan Thompson on the map.
And for Thompson, the downside to playing him at center is he is not a big-time shot blocker.
Well, he does have good mobility in the pick and roll, Kevin, and he covers the smaller men on the switches. But you're right, as soon as you get around the rim, sometimes Tristan Thompson is not able to get vertical and challenge some shots out there.
Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession. And the Cavaliers with possession here. It's a one-point game. Screen by Smith. James dishes to Love. The screen from Thompson. Jumper off the screen. It's rebounded by Towns.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. The screen from Thompson. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 13.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Teague the pass to Towns. Back to Teague. Over Hill. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
Clearly a foul.
2 shots, gentlemen.
For Cleveland, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw drops for Hill. Both free throws good from Hill. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside Teague. Down low. Here's Towns. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. He's got 8.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
And stolen by Wiggins. Smith against Butler. Dishes to Teague. He kicks it to Towns. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Now, here's Wiggins.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
And you just love how Butler works the ball around to his guys. A selfless player who wants to make his teammates better.
And that replay is sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. James outside. Good. The assist goes to Hill. James has got 19 points.
How about that? LeBron continuing to find his three-point game. That time looked good.
Wiggins drives in.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Cleveland's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the three ball well. Count the basket. 21 points for LeBron.
Nothing they can do there. LeBron's such a force. He gets that shot up pretty quick that time.
T kicks to Towns. There's the feed to Gibson. Back to Towns. And Thompson sends it back. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Teague against Hill. Teague dishes to Gibson. Lets the three fly. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just one on the basket from Jeff Teague.
Well, the ball whips around and finally gets to Jeff Teague, and he lets it fly. Just a terrific shot.
Here's Hill. He's got 15. The screen from Thompson. Love kicks to LeBron. That shot no good. Wiggins with some nice D. Outside Teague. Towns the screen. Teague the pass to Gibson. Towns a screen on Hill. Teague dishes to Gibson. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And another three for Minnesota as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Feeds it to LeBron. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend. Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. The Cavaliers trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Butler, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Cleveland.
And Butler does so many things well. I mean, shoots a high percentage from everywhere, and a gritty defender. He does it all.
Rumors about Butler being traded from Chicago were circulating last season. Draft day comes around, and the Minnesota Timberwolves made their move, Greg, to acquire him.
Yeah, and the more you look at it, the trade looks great for Butler and the Wolves. Reunites him with Coach Thibodeau, joins an incredibly young core in Towns and Wiggins, and the sky's the limit, I think, for this young Wolves team.
And he makes the first. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Larry Nance is checked in for Love. Rodney Hood comes in for LeBron. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Hill. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
Crawford outside. Back to Butler. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Greg, as you said, Butler is a threat to score from any part of the floor.
It's a bit of a dying art, though, hitting that mid-range jump shot. Butler also does a great job of getting to the line. That's increased over the course of his career. Just a well-rounded offensive player.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good Butler. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rose is checked in. And Cleveland also making a change. Zizic is checked in for Tristan Thompson. And so Butler nails both of them. Here's Clarkson. It's a 7-point spread. Outside Korver. Clarkson with the screen for Korver. Back to Clarkson. To stop the run. And the rejection by Jang. And he gets it back. The Timberwolves have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Butler against Hood. Clarkson up top. Shot clock at 6. Doesn't go for him.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Cleveland.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Minnesota making a switch here. Bielitsa's checked in. And Rose drops them both. Here's Clarkson. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout called, Cleveland. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. In the third spot, Kyle Korver.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
It's stolen by Rose. Now here's Crawford. 10 points for him. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside Hood. Korver kicks to Nance. Cleveland moving it around. They need this one. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Zizic.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
They set the screen. Rose passes to Bielitsa. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Hood.
2 shots,
He's putting up 13 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at his skill set, and I think it's just a matter of time before he commands a bigger presence on this team.
Yeah, just a bit rough around the edges, GA, but he has the tools. He just needs to sharpen them.
And the first one drops. No good on the second free throw.
And you look at Ante Zizic, the forgotten player in the big trade, a young center, legit size and strength, and he also played under David Blatt, the former Cavs coach in Europe.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Clarkson with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Clarkson dishes to Nance. Here's Korver, off the left rim and out. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 20-7 run. Inside, it's stolen by Nance. And a wide open look for Hood, nailed from three-point land. Hood's got 7 points in the game.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Zhang, a screen. Rose, stolen. Fast break, here we go. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Hood.
He really takes off, just never looks back.
Yeah, by the time anyone even thinks of chasing him, he's gone.
Pass to Patton. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Zizic. Korver kicks to Hood. Nance sets a screen for Hood. To the paint, up off the screen, and the jam by Larry Nance.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Rose kicks to Crawford. Rose passes to Bielitsa. Crawford outside. Korver with the defensive effort. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Kicks it to Nance. And Nance slams it in. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Outside Rose. The pass to Patton. Clock at 6. Back to Rose. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. There's Crawford with the 3. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
It's too easy for Jamal out there. When he's squared up, he's looking to score.
Zizic passes to Clarkson. Looking to end his cold spell, and the rejection by Zhang.
But whether the shots are wide open or contested, he is just having no luck right now, guys, with anything.
And Patton gets it to go.
He's just so aggressive on that move. You have to come over fast and hard to stop him.
And here's Clarkson. He feeds it to Hood. To the inside. Here's Nance. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Nance has got 8.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Outside Rose. Shoots over Clarkson, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And that's just an intelligent play by Rose, taking advantage of whatever the D gives him.
And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for the Minnesota Timberwolves. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Defensively, make sure we're all getting rebounded. No second shot. In transition, everyone talking. No open threes in transition.
And Tom Thibodeau wanting his team to pay particular attention to certain areas of their defense.
Yeah, taking care of the defensive boards, allowing no easy baskets on the fast break. These are key elements in terms of you having success.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. So on the floor for Cleveland, they've got Smith, Kevin Love out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Rodney Hood, and it's Clarkson in at the point. And J.R. Smith, one of the more unabashed gunners, Brent, in the NBA.
I always say this about J.R. Smith, Kevin. When in doubt, shoot. Stay in doubt all the time. And J.R. Smith has played his career in doubt.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he knocks down the first one.
Back in 2008, Kevin Love was drafted with the 5th pick by Memphis and then traded to Minnesota, and he became the Timberwolves star player in a hurry. But they couldn't surround him with the kind of talent necessary to make it out of the lottery in the Western Conference.
Towns, he's checked in for Patton. Both free throws good from Kevin Love. And despite his production, Love's impact was questioned in Minnesota, even at times, Brent, by the Wolves front office.
The idea in Minnesota is they didn't want to commit to the full 5-year max and had Ricky Rubio at the time as the franchise player. And even the whispers after the trade of Kevin Love, you heard a lot of things that might have been unflattering, most of which I don't think were necessarily true. In the end, the trade worked out for both teams. Wiggins got to Minnesota, the Cavs got a star in Kevin Love, and then ended up with a title.
Clarkson kicks to Nance. Over Jang. Nance, no good. Minnesota in the lead. It's Bielitsa, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Some changes for Minnesota. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gorgie Dang. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Then for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. James comes in for Hood. And it's Hill in for Jordan Clarkson. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
J.R. Smith is a straight gunner. He's just a guy who wants to shoot every time he touches the ball.
That's good from J.R. Smith. Butler, he's checked in for Bielitsa. That one misses. Minnesota shooting about 42% so far. Outside Teague. Shoots the three. And he's good on the three ball. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix. Well, he's got both height and length, and that time showed them both.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Hill kicks to Love. Thompson, a screen on Gibson. Wallace with it, now guarded by Gibson. It's a pick by Love. Thompson dishes to Hill. To the left wing. Oh, wide open look for Love. Offensive rebound. Here's Thompson. It's not going to go for him. Timberwolves leading by 6. Here's Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And it's now 22 points for Andrew Wiggins.
You love to see the resolve from an offensive player after a disappointing first half. He's been terrific here in the second.
It's back to Hill. Pass to LeBron. Love with the screen for LeBron. Here's Thompson. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Not going to see that often, but Thompson outside of the paint collects 2 more.
They set the pick. Gibson up top. He's guarded by Love. Butler attacking. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. An even 3-on-3 break. James against Wiggins. James, the pass to Hill. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Well, he played a seamless first half, but in the second half, some poor decisions right here. He continues to throw the ball away.
Now Teague. Towns a screen on Hill. Teague drives in. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Teague's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. And here's Love for 3. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Butler kicks to Towns. And Thompson sends it back. Gibson dishes to Towns. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Here's Gibson. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Gibson using his body on the boards. He's great at using his timing to leap up and collect a second chance.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And Brent, when you watch Tristan Thompson pursue offensive rebounds, he's constantly battling for position inside.
Well, he toes the line a lot with what he can get away with, but more and more the experience on the court and who it is that he's playing against does a great job of predicting where shots are coming off, finding angles on the inside, and being in great position to make easy scores.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He told his team to keep looking for those perimeter shots. He said their defense is not respecting us, so let's keep shooting until they come out on us, guys.
Thank you, David. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Well, Smith's getting physical down there on the block, playing some bully ball down there low.
First free throw is good.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Smith hits them both. Minnesota leading by 8. Teague, the pass to Wiggins. The kick out to Teague. The three-pointer, no good.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
James. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Signs of relentless work right here from Kevin Love on the glass to grab that rebound.
Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Here's Towns. It's stolen by Hill. He dishes it to James. Love outside. He kicks to Thompson. There's the three. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from James.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Smith outside. Love outside. It's a pick by Love, and it's Hill penetrating, and Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
Smith kicks to Love. Hill dishes to Love. It's back to Hill. Tries yet again. Shot clock at 3, and they'll keep possession. Wiggins against LeBron. Wiggins kicks to Gibson. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
The dish to LeBron. Over Wiggins. Another miss by LeBron.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Teague, the pass to Butler. There's a good screen. Dishes it to Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Teague against Hill. Over Wiggins. And no good that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. Teague with the ball. Gibson the screen. The feed to Towns. Takes a 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. LeBron's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Smith. The screen from Thompson. Smith with it. Now defended by Wiggins.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
First free throw is good. Rose, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Smith hits them both. Here is Rose. Feeds to Towns. Pass to Wiggins. Gibson the screen. And Butler, here we go. Kicks to Gibson. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Love. Outside Hill. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gibson dishes to Wiggins. And stolen by James. The screen from Thompson. Love with the screen on Wiggins. Shoots off the screen. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Rose against Hill. Rose kicks to Wiggins. Tries a 3, and there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
These fans love him, and tonight he's given them plenty to cheer about. Hill against Rose. Butler with the steal. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. James kicks to Hill. And another miss by Cleveland.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Count that one. 17 points for Butler.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut back down to 10 with the basket from James.
You got to do better than that, or at least try. LeBron James, just too strong, and a little contact is not going to go a long way.
Towns kicks to Butler. Back to Towns. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. The pass to Wiggins. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Hill kicks to Smith. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nice job by JR just to draw the foul. When he's looking to shoot, he has no problem getting roughed up a bit.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Teague's checked in. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within single digits.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Wiggins passes to Butler. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Oh!
Yeah. Got to keep Taj out of the post. How many of those have we seen?
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Hill with it. Butler covering. Here's James. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And defensively moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested.
And Teague, here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Awesome job by Jeff Teague to pick up some steam on the drive and pick up a foul in the process.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Teague. And Jeff Teague coming over to the Timberwolves in free agency. Greg, the team felt he was the perfect fit.
You know, and it seemed for a while the Wolves had wanted to kind of mix things up at that point guard position. And you knew they had someone in mind when they dealt both Rubio and Dunn in the offseason. Teague was their man all along.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
Well, Jeff Teague, one of the more calm players at the line, always looks to be in control. And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Timberwolves.
Their shot block.
Oh! And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Towns the screen. Teague kicks to Butler. Outside Teague. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. Shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jamal, how did you guys get this win tonight?
We have good players. We have a good coach. I mean, he put us in good positions to succeed. Our players play for each other. We don't care about who scores, and we're a real team.
Yeah, there was a lot of flow out there tonight. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.